we'll start with the session. Okay. So
Yes,
tell me
ma'am.
something about yourself.
Should I give my intro?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, ma'am. I
Good
myself,
evening.
𝐁𝐨𝐤𝐤. I was born in Silchar, Assam, but currently I'm living in Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. My father was in the army, so I have done my schooling from various uh, schools. I kept changing my schools. So my last alma mater was 𝐏𝐫𝐶MM. Then afterwards, I have done my graduation followed by B.Ed from St. Aloysius College. My recent goal is to support my family financially, physically, and emotionally. And throughout my school journey, I have participated in various activities in sports and extracurricular activities, such as I have participated in handball, kho, and in extracurricular activities, um, I have participated in group dance competition and Chitrakala. That's all. And hereby, before I conclude this, uh, I think I'm the right person for this profile because I have the experience and skills.
Okay. Any work experience do you have? Previous work
Yes,
experience?
ma'am. I'm currently working in EMRS school. So it's been only 4 months I'm teaching there.
So why so often, so frequently you want to change your job? You want to change the organization?
Ma'am, this school will provide me opportunity and lots of experience I will gain from this school because it is nearer to my home, and I feel that uh, this is a good chance for me to be in this school, and I'm in contractual basis in the other one.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
since you are in contractual basis, that's why you will leave the job, right? And you are looking for permanent teaching
Yes,
job.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. So Deepsi, can you tell me that if you join as a TGT maths teacher there, then what would be your roles and responsibility?
Ma'am, the first role will be to motivate the child, and secondly, then to give them the opportunity to uh, 1 second, ma'am. Then firstly, I will motivate the child. I will give them equal opportunity to participate in the activities I will be doing in the classroom. And if he is good in his subject, I will give him extra work to fulfill his the appropriate work I will give to that child. If he's not that much good, I will give him homeworks and I will provide him notes and extra classes I will take, and I will give him the contact with their parents, communication. I will communicate with their parents, and uh, lastly, I will motivate that child so that he can excel uh, in his subject and in its course, and to build his self-esteem and these all things.
Fine. Don't you think, Deepsi, that since you are going to join as a maths teacher, so your sole responsibility would be to explain the concept of maths to the students nicely?
Yes, ma'am, this is the prior responsibility of uh, to teach them maths, but with the holistic, we want the child to develop holistically. Like as a maths teacher, I want them to teach maths, but side by side, I want them to develop. If he is not good in maths, then I want him to be good at other skill he is. So that's the point. I want him to, the holistic development should be there, the child.
Okay, fine. Now, Deepsi, my next question to you is, how will you overcome a hectic work environment or workplace? If your work environment is very
Ma'am,
hectic and
this
your job
hectic
role
work,
is very hectic. Yeah.
ma'am, firstly, when you are joining any school or any company or any school, the job responsibility is higher in you, like you have to work responsibility is always there. Like you have to upgrade yourself with the challenges, and that's why you are joining schools and your workplaces so that you can overcome that thing. Like hectic work is there everywhere. So that is up to me that how I handle it. Like uh, slowly and slowly, I will complete the work, and that's all.
Okay, fine. Now, Rashmi, I will be giving you certain
Deep
scenario-based
sea.
questions. Yeah, Deepsi. Certain scenario-based questions. Okay,
Yes,
and you
ma'am.
have to tell me how will you deal with them. Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
my first scenario to you is, suppose a child is good at mathematics, okay, and since you are a math teacher, you will be dealing with maths, right? But the
Yes,
child
ma'am.
is good in mathematics and not good in other subjects, okay. He is personally
Yes.
coming to you and asking you for your help in the other subjects,
Yes.
but you are not allowed to help him in other subjects from the school perspective, okay. The principal is not allowing you because you're a math teacher, so you have to deal with maths only and not for any other subject. So will you help the child, and if yes, then how will you help him?
Ma'am, firstly, if we see the great mathematician Ramanujam, he was very much intelligent in mathematics, and used to score less in other subjects, but he did a very important creation in uh, in mathematics only. So, firstly, ma'am, the child is very good in mathematics, and I will try to tell him that focus on other subjects so that he can pass at least, and then afterwards, after passing, because the main motto is to pass and he can upgrade to the next level. So after that, if I can't help there, I will tell my colleagues to help him out. At least tell him the important question, him or her, the important questions, and explain him the concept. So at least he can pass at this subject. And then if he is more into mathematics, he can do great in that subject. So scope is there too much. So like that.
Okay. Now, my next question to you is, do you think so the concept of good touch and bad touch should be introduced in school? Should be taught to the students in school, and that too from the lower classes?
Yes, ma'am. We should teach it from the lower classes only because the mentality of the smaller child is not that much grown in this subject. But in if we see sixth class to say onward sixth class, they are somehow introduced to these kinds of things. But the lower students, lower class students, they are not that much introduced to these kind of things. So personally, I will like to go in the classes whenever I get time. I will teach them that this is the bad touch and good touch, introduce to them, and then at least that into their head that this is, if something happened to them like that, they should tell someone elder. Don't hide that thing because this is not wrong. Because small child, uh, they think that this is very bad, or some, we are bad or something like that. This remains in the child's head for longer period of time. So I will explain them that if something happened to them, come to me or come anybody. It's be free with us. Like that, I will explain.
Okay. Now, Deepsi, my next question to you is, suppose there is a child, okay, in your school, okay,
Yes, ma'am.
and you have some attachment with that child personally, okay,
Yes, ma'am.
and yeah, and the child is not well trained in terms of day to day activities, in terms with in handling with situations, in dealing with friends, in overall development, I can say. So how will you
Ma'am,
help that child in his overall development? What would be your steps as a teacher?
ma'am, firstly, I will talk to that child. I will tell him that you make a timetable that day to day. Like today, you're waking up at the morning, you make a timetable what you want to do. So he will feel motivated from inside and uh, do that thing. Like you are writing it, don't write. Just perform that activity from the morning to the evening. And then, if you're not able to perform, don't feel guilty. The next day, we have the tomorrow. We have the tomorrow. We can do it again. So I will tell him like that to perform day-to-day activities. Like, make a timetable, perform that activity in a day, and then for the next day you will do again. So slowly by slowly, because he is not up to date, means he is not that much active. So it will take time for to gain that habit. So I will tell him, but just make a small routine and follow that routine.
Okay, that's all.
This is how much. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now Deepsi, nowadays children, they are very much scared of being judged. Okay, due to the situation around us is not good. The world around us is not good nowadays. You must be aware of whatever is happening right now. So childrens are becoming depressed. They are becoming isolated. They are always into phone or TV like that. Okay, and they doesn't like to interact with the family members much, most of the children, and they spend most of the time in phone, TV. And they have a fear that if I will speak, I will be judged by the people. Okay, so as a teacher, suppose you encounter that kind of a child. So as a teacher, how will you make that child a confident speaker so that he is able to put forward his views in front of anyone?
Ma'am, this kind of fear we all have in the childhood time. Like, we are judged by someone else. So we have one period in whole week. I will take that period. If they are giving me that period, I will make a group of students. I will give them topic to speak. And if that child is not coming up and still not participating in that, I will ask him what is the problem, talk with him, and tell him to participate. And this is the way everybody has to deal with this kind of situation. You have to come up, you have to perform. Unless and until if you don't speak, you will not able to overcome that fear. So like that, with talking and participating, by giving them a story, if they are telling the story, writing, anything, not writing, like speaking with group activities,
You mean
performing
to
such
say
type.
that
So
you
this will
want
help.
to provide him the exposure, right? You want to provide him the
Yes, ma'am.
exposure.
I will provide that environment so that he can build his confidence in that environment.
Okay, okay, fine.
Slowly by
Now,
slowly, he will able to.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Deepsi, I will be asking you to represent a demo, on.
So today I am teaching about a very uh, a basic and simplest form of uh, chapter of mathematics, that is geometry. So what is geometry? Geometry is geometry is the study of shapes, lines, and distances between the 2 points. So today we are covering three basic elements, that is point, lines, and planes. So what is point? Let me draw some point. So what is point? Let me draw some points for you. These are the little tiny dots in the plane. If I join these points, I will get a endpoint of a line segment. If I draw the corner of a square, I get a point over here, the corner point. If I draw a circle, it becomes the center point of the circle, of the origin of the circle. So the point plays a very important role in the geometry, and it tells us about the specific direction, not specific, it tells about the specific direction in the plane. So now I want to talk about, if I join 2 points, as I have mentioned before, I get a line. The shortest distance between the 2 points, I approach to a line. As you can see, if I draw, ma'am, I want to make it on a blackboard, but right now I'm using on this paper. That it is visible. So if I join these 2 points, I will get the
Rashmi,
shortest
can you
distance.
come? Dipsy, can you come nearer to the camera?
Yes, ma'am. If I join these 2 points, I get a line. So here, now, what is line? This is not a line. So we have three subparts of a line. That is the line segment, line, and ray. So firstly, I want to express about what is a line. When they begin from this point and end it here. There is no more ongoing process here. So this makes a line, like the problems in our life. It begins and it ends. So this is a line segment. And what about line? Line, I have taken 2 points, and from either side, either sides, if it moves from both the sides, so I get a ray. Like if I make AB like this, so I get a ray. Now, what is a ray? Sorry, I have explained about line. What is a ray? I have a point, and if I extend it to the other point and it goes forever, then I get a ray. Now, what about planes? Not kind of plane that you fly in. This is a plane like these surfaces, like the flat surface. This is the plane. The window, you can see the window surfaces. These are plane, flat surface. If I make point here, so they are on the same depth, isn't it? They are on the same depth. So these points are on the same plane. Now, it's the 2D figure. The plane I'm showing here, it's a 2D figure. But what is 1D figure? Like there is a home party between two houses, but the child want to go to his friend's house. Like here, his friend house is here, but he has no option because he is moving only in the one direction. So this is 1D figure. And what about the plane? Now this child must be very happy because these all points, these all houses are on the same. These all houses are on the same plane. So he can move to the house party also and to his friend's house also. So this is the 2D figure. Now what about 3D figure? As you can see, these all points lie on the same plane. But what about D? D is also on the same plane? No. Here I have tricked you. The D point is somewhere here in the back of the plane. So the points or the houses which lies in this plane or in this figure are very much privileged because they can move left and right, they can move up and down and in and up. So this is the 3D figure. So hope you have understood about the lines and lines, points and planes.
Okay, fine. Fine, Dipsy. Now I'm going to ask you questions, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
From math. Yeah, so settle down.
Yes, yes ma'am.
Yeah. So have you prepared the academic part nicely?
Yes, ma'am. I have prepared. Let's see.
Okay, let's start. So what is the HCF and LCM of two consecutive natural number?
Ma'am, HCF of LCM is multiply both the numbers. Like if you are taking 2 and 3 consecutive numbers, you multiply it, you will get the LCM. And the HCF, the highest common factor of the two consecutive number is always 1.
Okay. Now, if sec theta plus tan theta is equal to x, then what is the value of sec theta? What is the value of sec theta?
Sec theta plus tan
Theta is equal to x.
equals to x. Okay, ma'am. What is the value of x?
Yeah. What is the value of sec theta? Not x. Sec theta.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Ma'am, you want to know about the theta lies between which place? Like the correct value or?
No. I just want to know the value of sec theta. That's it. I've given you the expression sec theta plus tan theta is equal to x. And here, using this expression, you have to just find out the value of sec theta. That's all.
That's all, ma'am.
Yeah.
I have studied this topic, but yes, ma'am. It's 1 by
Tell me.
2
I'll tell you at the
later on.
end, okay?
You just tell
Yeah.
me.
During the feedback session, I'll tell you. You have to wait for
Okay,
that,
ma'am.
okay? Now, how many numbers are there between two rational numbers?
Ma'am, infinite.
Okay. The distance between point A, the value for point A is 2, comma 4, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
X-axis is, from x-axis is,
Okay, from the this
question
point
mark.
from the x-axis.
Yeah,
Distance,
question mark.
this point from the x-axis.
Yeah, distance of point A and the value is 2, comma 4 from x-axis.
Ma'am, it will be 4, ma'am.
4. Okay.
You have
I'll
asked
tell you.
this point.
I'll tell you
Ma'am,
later on.
your voice.
I'll tell you later on. Wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, the degree of polynomial, the degree of, no, the question is the ratio in which the line segment joining the point P, the value for P is minus 3, comma 10, okay? And the value for point O is 6, comma 8, is divided by 0, is divided by O, and the value for O is minus 1, comma 6. So you have to find.
I have to put the section formula here.
You have to find out the ratio, okay?
I have to find the ratio. Yes, ma'am. Once again. Ma'am, 4:5.
Okay, next question. Expression is 5 tan square theta minus 5 sec square theta plus 1. You have to solve this expression and get the value.
Ma'am, it is equals to something.
Yeah, tell me, what is the value?
Okay.
You have to solve this expression, that's it.
Ma'am, next
Yeah.
question, please.
Okay. Okay. What is the formula of area of trapezium?
Area of trapezium half sum of parallel heights into h.
Sum of parallel height into h. Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now, the largest angle is 70 degree in a triangle, okay? Then what is the least possible angle of smallest angle in triangle?
Smallest angle in triangle. Ma'am, I would say 10.
Okay. Now, next question. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What is ortho center?
What? Okay. Ma'am, if you take a triangle and if you draw the median of each side, and if you join extend it to the center point, then we get the ortho center.
If sine theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1, okay, then find the value of cos square theta plus cos to the power 4 theta.
Cos theta. Ma'am, I want to skip trigonometry a little bit right now. I have
Okay.
practiced, but right now I'm not able to get it.
Okay, what is the total surface area of a cone?
Total surface area of a cone. Pi RL plus pi R square.
Okay. Now, what is the
Yes, ma'am.
distance formula?
The x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square and root over.
Okay. What is rational and irrational number?
Rational number which can be written in the form of p by q, where p and q belongs to integer and q never is equals to 0, whereas irrational number is cannot be written in the form of p by q, where p and q where q does not where p and q belongs to integer and does not equal to q is not equals to 0.
Okay, fine. Done with the
Yes,
Q&A part. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Now you can take a deep breath. Okay. You can take a deep breath. Okay. Now, moving to the general question, final questions, and then I will be adding my feedback. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Why should we hire you?
Ma'am, because I'm a motivational teacher. I teach very enthusiastically and I care for the child. I I want the child to learn and accept himself as he is, and that's why I want you to hire me because I'm a good learner also.
Okay. What if you're rejected today?
I will accept my flaws and I will work on that thing, my loopholes, and then I will come back again with full preparation. And
Okay. Fine. What are your salary expectation from us?
whatever the society AWS provide me, I'm satisfied with that.
Okay. Fine. So, if there is any vacancy for the other subject in our organization, then would you like to go for that?
Uh, Ma'am, in the part of TGT, I will not go because that is not my subject. But if in the PRT, I will definitely go because I can teach PRT part. But in TGT, I will prefer to give someone who has a good command over the subject. Even I don't want if maths vacancy is empty and Hindi teacher comes and teach my students, so I will not allow. I will not accept that thing.
Okay. Okay, fine. So I'm done with the interview. Okay. Now I will be adding my feedback. So be prepared. I will be adding my feedback in the next session.